Hey everyone, Chaos Giga here, and welcome to another episode in the Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. Today's episode, I'm going to start getting supplies ready for the library and, well, building it. So let's hope that I can get it done in one episode. it might take a while because there's a lot of supplies I'm going to need. For this build, I'm going to have to buy a whole bunch, and I mean a whole bunch of bookshelves, and not necessarily do you have to buy them, but I'm going to, just because I can get a lot of emeralds very, very fast and efficiently by trading off my iron ingots down in the villager trading post that I built way early in the series. Basically, the only thing is I've actually added to that area down there. I don't think I've ever showed you guys. So I'm going to grab a whole bunch of iron and we're going to go down there and start building up our supplies of emeralds again. It's nice to see that this thing is really, really working hard because we've already got basically 2 full chests there. Yeah, and then we're working on a 3rd, so that's not bad. Okay, looks like we got a lot more villagers up here again, so I don't know what's going on with that. It's probably from when I don't sleep when I'm in the nether and stuff. Or, not in the nether, but for my creeper farm and stuff. But it's not like I don't have a ton of villagers already anyway. As you can see, I've kind of dug out that area on the end here. And we're not going to worry about these guys just yet, because they are expensive compared to the rest of these guys. So, as you can see, these guys down here, well, you're probably wondering, why do I have them all down here a little bit further away? Back here, in this area here, I had a zombie captured, and I used it to basically turn these guys into zombie villagers. Unfortunately, I had to scrap that episode because my zombie, well, he accidentally died. So, and I kept having problems with accidentally killing these guys, so I just scrapped that episode. I will hopefully do a new episode up top at some point in time with a zombie villager maker, and do some more of these guys up top. So like more of the guys that I need, so like these guys where I can turn my iron into emeralds a lot easier and use them to heal my items a lot quicker. But the gold farm will be another way to do that as well. So I'm going to use these guys to do a whole bunch of emerald trades, and then I'm going to trade these emeralds in on the librarians that have, well, actually, let's go down here. These librarians down here have cheaper prices. So whichever one has trades for bookshelves, right here. So this guy right here, bookshelves, right? Get as many of those bookshelves as I can with all the emeralds I'm going to get. So I'm going to do that for a while. That is pretty epic. I just got, so I have this one with punch 2, this library with punch 2 on him. I just paid him for all these bookshelves that I could buy, and he gets power 5 for 1 book and 1 emerald. So that is really, really good. I can't believe that the luck on that. I'm just going to go through here and just get a whole bunch more that I can, and then I'll probably have to sleep. And then we'll go gather some more supplies. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to build this thing out of. I'm thinking birch. So as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of emeralds saved up here. I got a whole bunch of books and stuff like that because of how much iron I've had to sell off to those guys down there. It's why it's beneficial to have smiths or, well, smiths that have been zombified and then turned back into villagers, because then you can trade 1 for 1 on the emerald, so 1 iron ingot for 1 emerald, which is really, really nice. So you get a lot more emeralds a lot quicker. And with that, let's go ahead and start a chest for the build items that we are going to use for my library. So I think 2 stacks, well, 2 stacks plus 49 bookshelves. So 2 stacks of bookshelves and another 49 bookshelves ought to be enough for this library. It's not going to be like a ginormous library. It just needs to be big enough to, well, be able to tell it's a library. Okay, so I know for sure that I want this library to be built out of birch wood, or at least have birch. I want it to have birch wood flooring, and because that just seems to go with it. And I'm going to have a enchanting table inside of this, along with the bookshelves, and I'm going to have a book stand, or a lectern if you will, and that's where I'm going to put my questions of the day. Again, I want you guys to let me know if you want me to ask the questions, my own questions of the day at the end of each episode, or if you want me to ask your all's questions at the end of every episode. So definitely let me know about that. Alright, so I'm going to need a lot of birch for this build, so I'm going to have to grow some more birch saplings, and farm them down with the axe, and then I think we can get started on the build, actually. I also want to make a point of putting spruce, I think, on the corners, or maybe some oak. I'm not quite sure. I think oak would actually blend in with the birch quite well for walls and stuff. Eventually, the house that I'm going to build is going to have white concrete with a mix of some sort of wood as the beams, so it kind of looks kind of in between medieval and going into the new era of the Victorian style. Geez, that took a lot. I think that'll be enough birch wood. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. For now, let's go take a look at where I want to locate this library at. And actually, I also wanted to point out that eventually I am going to probably take out this center lamp here and build a bridge over to there, just so I can get across this river a little bit faster. For now, I think I'm just going to work on terraforming this out a little bit. I need to leave a space for my new house, which is going to be right in this location right here. I think the library would be good right next to the potion hut, to be honest, just because it's not going to be a huge library. It just needs to be big enough that I can do question of the days for you guys. And again, I want you guys to let me know, so maybe that should be the first question of the day, is what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer me coming up with the questions, or do you want to be the ones to come up with the questions to ask me, and I just ask them here on the episodes at the end of every episode? So please let me know about that in the comments section below on this episode. So then I'm just going to keep terraforming all this down over here to get ready for the library. I actually need to go grab some spruce logs for the corners of this build, and I also need to get some glass. Can't make a decent build without glass. I'm going to make them into panes probably. Alrighty, I think that's going to do it for now for the terraforming portion. I'll just have to figure out dimensions for this. Oh my goodness, they're back. This time I don't think I can avoid them. Maybe I can. Run for your life. Okay, I'm going to place my blocks up. They didn't follow me. I don't know what's going on, but it's like the 5th time I've seen them spawn over here, so there must be a tower nearby here too. And I put my milk bucket up so I don't have it on me. So let me go grab that real quick. Okay, got my milk bucket again, and as usual, the pillagers have apparently despawned. So I'm going to go ahead and get right back into trying to build this library. Hopefully they don't show back up, but I guess we'll see. So let's start out gonna need to, should actually fill in the rest of this, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and just grab everything out. And for the end chest, I need to grab my crafting table. Alright, got me some pillars put in to where the dimensions are going to be at. So this is 10 by 20, I believe. The walls are going to be all birch for this library. And I'm going to have, I think, maybe a double door at the front. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's right, okay. So there's 8 and then 8 on the other side, so I'll have a double door. Basically, just going to use the planks for the walls on the outside, and on the inside, for the floors, I'm going to use bottom half slabs. That way mobs won't spawn, and I don't have to use very much light in the floor. I can just use torches and stuff up in the air, or lanterns, if you will. So I think that'll work pretty good. In the meantime, I'm going to have to get some more glass, because I still haven't got the glass. I was too preoccupied trying to protect myself from those pillagers, because I really don't want a raid, because I will probably lose a lot of villagers up here, which I do need those for the automatic farms coming up in the future. So without further ado, let me go ahead and grab some sand, and I'll make some glass out of it. I don't think I have any glass left over. We'll double check, but I'm pretty sure I've used it all. Yeah, I have used it all, so I'm gonna grab a couple stacks of these and go make some glass. So I'm going to make glass panes by taking glass and doing this, the glass blocks. And then I'll make 2.5 stacks. And I'm going to see exactly how that looks in this build for the library. But I think I'm going to like that better than glass blocks. And that's one of the reasons why I want to move my house. I'm so tired of the villagers just like shoving me right back in there. So they're always trying to get in there, and I think it's because of the workstation blocks I have in there. So I'm going to move all that stuff into a house over here, probably across from the library. Very soon, to be honest. I'll have to do some terraforming over here, across from the library, and I think that actually be a great point to make my new house, or a solid permanent house for me, because right back there is the nether portal. So I'm going to have to start working on some paths and decorating a little bit more, so I'm really falling behind on that. I need to go back and get some scaffolding, and then I'll come back and do a little time-lapse of me basically working on building the walls up, and then putting in the floor and everything. I also want to change one other thing on this. I think it'll look better if the doorway is also made of this. I think that would be better. If I don't like it, I can always take it back down. Before I get too far into the build, I want to go ahead and get my Enchanter's Table built and get some doors for the front of this here, and probably get some more birchwood because I don't think I have enough. Because I'm definitely going to need... Actually, I do have enough. I just forgot that I had it in my inventory. That's bad. Anyway, I'm going to have to get an Enchanter's Table, and on the second story is where the Enchanter's Table is going to be. I'm going to also need some ladders to climb up on a spruce log pole in the center, like a support pole, and as you know, I'll have to have sticks for that. So, obsidian, I need 1 diamond. I can't remember because I don't really use Enchanter's Tables that often anymore, just to be honest, because of the fact that with a villager breeder I can obviously make villagers and then, or breed villagers and then make their jobs for them. So let's actually just grab the 1 diamond and check out real quick in this. I believe it is 4 and 2 diamonds and 1 book. Okay, that's the formula we need. So 4. Alright, so I can put the rest of those back up and just go upstairs here. I have books up here. Okay, there's the enchanting table. Now I need to go grab some sticks from the log cabin, which is the tree farm storage building, and make some ladders. Here we are. I think 6 is definitely going to be enough. Alright, it's time to go back to another short time lapse of me building the rest of this up, and then I'll work on the floor, which will be half slabs, and the floor of the second floor will also be half slabs of birch. But first, let's go ahead and place this pole, the support pole, where I want it at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here. And I think that'll be high enough for now. I am going to take care of these guys right now because I'm sick of them just showing up here. I think he's the only one that really matters. And that's how we get rid of that. Alright, before I started filling in the rest of the second floor, I wanted to go ahead and get this set up for the enchanting table. So it's all set up and ready to go. Now I can figure out exactly where I want to put the rest of the bookshelves up on the upper floor. And by doing that, I'm probably going to be taking some of these wood planks out. But I think without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and fill in this floor and then come back and do a little time lapse of me taking out some planks and placing in the rest of the bookshelves. I think I'm going to take the bookshelves all the way up on the sides where I've already got them placed from the first floor on up, just to be honest. I think that'll make it look better, and I might actually put some more windows up there on the top as well. If you're wondering what I'm going to do for the roof, well, the roof is going to be nothing but glass. I actually saw some designs of libraries with nothing but a glass roof, and it looks really, really amazing. So I think that'd be cool with the second floor and having a lectern up there, which reminds me I need to make a lectern as well. So probably going to have to buy some more bookshelves and everything and sleep as well. So. Alright, so the building is completely done. The last thing I need to do is actually place in a bed and some lanterns. So I'm going to do that real quick. Where do I want to put the bed at? I think the bed should be down here somewhere, so let's just couple of these. Place the bed down on the floor like that. For up the stairs here, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have all these bookshelves around here. This is just the final product of my first ever library, so just keep this in mind if you don't really like the looks of it and it's kind of squarey. I can always expand on this in the future when I reach in the game, really, but this is a first library of like any of my worlds. I have never built a library before, so I think this is actually rather good, and especially for me, for my first time playing through Minecraft on my own. And I do plan on storing my enchanted books in here, and I also plan on doing question of the days in here. First question of the day ever at the end of the episode will be, of course, do you guys prefer me asking questions that I come up with, or me asking questions that you come up with? I could actually do a mixture of both, really, but I will leave it up to you. Also, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're liking what you see so far. please keep in mind that I am still a very, very big beginner in Minecraft, so if you think I should do some more designing, tweaking, and stuff on my buildings, please let me know down in the comments below about that as well, because I do think that a lot of my builds could use some more tweaking, and I know I need to get a little better at designing curves and stuff, so like dome shapes and stuff. But the next episode, I think what I'm going to do for that is build my new house for sure. So I'm going to have to gather resources for building myself a new house, and we'll do that in the next episode. And then I need to start coming up with start saving up a lot more bricks and quartz. Until then, hope you're enjoying the episodes. Catch you in the next one, and until then, peace out.